Oh, that's y'all?
I was on this.
Oh, okay.
This Biaggi.
Never been a broke nigga looking for handouts. Young age learned if you want it, open your mouth. Niggas walking zombies now, they'll knock you off. But back then, I was the last nigga who sold salt. 14, 24 for chestnuts selling heroin. And that's around the same time niggas thought I shot John. Real nigga kept the whip and a stack of loot. For a nigga who came from nothing, I'm living proof. I might sell a bitch a dream, but I am the truth. And let niggas hang themselves with their own dues. I'm old school like the running man, the fresh prince. CEO from a player coming off the bench. I made mistakes and took losses, but never gave up. But it all started from the way a nigga was
Raised up.
Tough love, house to house until I had enough. And always put me in God first when things got rough. Now I'm only human.
What's happening, world? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals. I'm your host, Deshaun, here at Where Media Meets Studios in conjunction with VJ TV, Pharaoh Films, History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions, Camouflage. You know what I'm saying? Another glorious Friday. It's a holiday weekend. You know, it's the 4th of July weekend coming up. I got a great show packed in for y'all tonight. It's been an interesting week as always. We're going to get into the business. I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves as always, starting with my man to the left.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Pharaoh, a.k.a. Pharaoh the Most, man. Just honored, man. It's always a treat when the players meet, man.
Yes, sir.
What you doing? It's your boy Camouflage Real in the building.
Yeah, it's your boy SOG Success on Facebook and Instagram, but you know who I am. Originally, I'm David Harrison.
It's your boy Free Jack, man. Freeman Williams. On this good old podcast, I'm gonna confess this game. You feel me?
That's what's up. So, this has been an interesting week, you know. Before we get into the business, it's reported that Draymond signed a 4-year, $100 million yak.
I think that's a reward for
Get
past
the bag
deeds.
for, exactly, bag.
He
Get it.
He better get some land. The money ain't gonna be worth that, so he gotta get some money. He gotta get some
Get it
land
now.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Put a no trespassing sign on it. No
Draymond,
police
old
allowed.
country boy from Michigan. I know he got a big piece of land out there somewhere.
Yeah, I keep getting them. You
Farm.
can't never get enough of this.
Cows, pigs. He got some.
Probably a couple acres of cannabis out there.
That's good.
So definitely shout out to Drake.
I forget his name, but he was LeBron's first agent and stuff like that. He lived up
And
in the
he
hills.
opened that restaurant?
Yeah. In fact, Lena that was
Well,
his
I
mama.
thought always
It's named
that-
after his mother.
I thought that was Bishop Bob Jackson's restaurant.
Well, no, see, it originally was on High Street.
Yeah,
and Bob
in the parking
Jackson
lot.
owned one there. Well, then when he moved it from there, Bob Jackson closed his down, and he just took over the space.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
I think Bob Jackson still owned the building. But
Okay.
the dude took over the space.
Right. Well, you know, I'm just glad that Oakland is doing business, man, and
Right, Oakland getting it in.
So,
For real.
I'm really pushing for the whole Bay, man, that we put this black on black violence down, man. Too many of us. I hope that we get this game back inside of the music to where we game stealing again, and we not just game drilling, but we really building with the game, you know, and in our movies, and that's what I guess we're here to talk about this movie.
That's right.
And-
So before we even get into the movie, whatnot, let's
Okay.
introduce the people to you, brothers, and you know we dub.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
come on, man, all my life,
Twang.
We dub.
born and raised.
Salute,
You know what I'm
salute to my
saying?
brother.
Y'all know I get excited when somebody from my hood is in there.
Salute
So
to
y'all
my
already
Uncle
know what I
Fingers
do.
and my Uncle Toby. You know what I mean?
You know what
Murder
I'm
done.
saying? Murders, twang. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
What's the word?
That's what
23rd.
Look,
Ah,
I'm from the rich.
Yeah, they don't know about that.
That's old school.
That's old. See, he went all the way back. That's family.
When Tony's on Tony's and Ed on Ed's
So-
and Miko's was on East 14th and
That's what I'm
23rd.
getting at you.
Whooping niggas in Paperboy. Beat my high score if you
Michael
want
De
to.
Leon say, "What's up to Freeman Williams?"
Michael
What's
Dillon,
happening?
what's up with it, man? How
Appreciate
doing,
you for
brother?
tuning in,
No,
sir.
but
Peace. I love you.
that
You
was
are
but all of those eras I went through, from the family
Mhm.
to the
Share this
20s,
link, man.
to the rolling 20s, to the Murder Doves.
Mhm.
And most people don't know who put the Murder in the Doves, but I'm going to save that for the
That's-
script that I wrote in the movie that is called From Family to Murder, Memoirs of the Street Player. That's why I got my brother Freeman and I got my brother Pharaoh, and I'm trying to bring the best producers in the Bay Area to come together.
Doves came and grabbed me and brought me to the Murder Doves, and that's why I did a lot of my time with my boy J.H., Capone, a lot of people I dealt with over there. Who else was that? Father Dom, because that's when my career started. But yeah, I became an artist, man, and a producer, man, and now I'm doing these films, man. You know what I mean? So that's what's up, man. I'm just out here trying to network with everybody and bring our unity together. I told one brother, I said the only way we're gonna be able to really fix it is all the gatekeepers got to come together and come to one conclusion, because we can't keep having one gatekeeper pushing negative and the other one pushing. We got to come together and make one move and make it, stick to it and stand on it.
Real
feel me?
spill.
But yeah, that's what's up, man. Free Jack, man. What's happening? I love y'all out there, man. Get ready for the Bay Law.
G from the Twumps.
Yeah, my name is David Harrison.
That's my brother.
You
That's
know,
your brother?
I'm from the Murders.
Passed
I'm
away
from
in
I'm from the family. You know, I'm from what they call the Twumps or the Rolling 20s. The Rolling 20s was really my era when I was really deep in it. And I had Big Ball with Fingers and the rest of them, and Scarface and D-Dub and Pretty Boy and everybody. And rest in peace, Al Chapman and all my
Yes,
people.
indeed.
2-4.
I'm from
My
2-4
God.
East 16th,
Oh, man.
bred on that block, but I was
Man.
living on East 20th between 22nd Avenue and 23rd Avenue. I stayed next door to Willie Ralston, who owned Tony's Liquors. He's, if you know Tony's, that's the hood liquor store. And I have been doing into the music. We did, we had a group called The Foundation back in the day. We had a record company called Should Have Been Down Records, me and Jabri Coffee, who y'all might know as Bree on Big Mama's Kitchen for some time. And he was making moves with the team and Clyde Carson and so on. He did the Hype Juice. Yeah, so these are the guys that was under in that era when I was coming up, and we was doing a lot of things in the music and in the entertainment. Came together with my brother, and my brother was hot with the music.
Right.
We had to bring the music and the movies together. The music, if we want to promote this music, put it in the movie.
Right.
Movies make way more money than a song will, because you put a song out, it may do 100,000, but movies do 25 million on a weekend and shit like that.
And they
So,
guaranteed to hear it when it's that movie.
come on, they guaranteed to hear it. So this is the progression that we make it. And I did a lot of time selling drugs and hurting. I was part of the process, hurting each other and doing the things. And I came to the conclusion when I had children myself, I don't want my son to have to go through this and have to fight against this wicked system that's out here against us like this here, because there's a great level of disparity inside of the system. So everybody say, oh, well, you know, you just need to be man up like everybody else. No, it's motherfucker always got to do extra.
Right.
When he is got this, when he ain't got the complexion for the protection. But we really do have the complexion for the protection. That melanin is your protection.
Right.
So, you know,
Your birthright.
we decided to blend the movies and the music together, and we came up with a hit, Bay Laws. We first did the first movie, what was our
Bay
first?
Laws?
No, not
No Days Off.
No Days
Hooker
Off.
Boys.
With
Shout out to
Hooker
Hooker
Boys.
Boys.
Shout out to Hooker Boy,
Shout out to my guy.
We-
Hey,
me and Bro have been
long
doing
time
movies.
supporter of the show.
Yeah.
That's my guy, Hooker Boy. He been here. That's
I had
what's
best
up.
angles in the game.
You was in the price.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in The Price. I was
Shout out
in
Kicks.
Licks. I was in what's the Fear and Love, The Rapture.
Yeah.
Fear and
Yeah,
Love.
Fear-
No,
Fear-
anytime my guys
Hey,
call me, I'm coming through.
Fear and Love, which is
Fear and Love.
available right now on Tubi
On
and
Tubi.
Peacock.
Go get it. Go look
But
at
I'm
it.
really
Go
a
watch it.
fool in Bay Laws. Y'all better check this out. I'm a
So-
fool in this.
So we gonna Bay Laws. That's the new project that's you promoting.
Right.
And you got an event coming up with a premiere coming up on
August 12th.
August 12th.
August 12th.
Arcata, California, at the Arcata Theater, ladies and gentlemen. Look that up. Put that on your Instagram, whatever. It's on there, and on your Facebook.
That's Humboldt County, if you don't
Right.
know. And me as a youngster,
my first time up there.
It is. Oh,
I ain't never been
I'm
there.
gonna give y'all a little
Eyes get
secret.
low.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
age myself
Yeah.
a little bit with
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah,
You
look.
see the gray in the beard, I'm
Right.
seasoned.
Yeah,
But
seasoned, man,
cats
like-
used to take trips to Humboldt. I'm gonna say this without saying it, but I'm gonna say
I've
it.
been there.
Them trips, and
Yeah.
come back. You know that
Yeah.
you had to be somebody to be somebody.
First
But
time
I'm
I
just
was
saying.
whoop somebody was off one of them trips. gave him
I'm just saying.
3,500 to go for us,
Yeah,
and he
back in
came
the
back
day.
talking about, oh, they got behind me, and I had to
Man,
toss
come
it
on,
out the
man.
window, and this
Hey,
and
look.
that, and I had invested my rent money in it,
So-
man. I couldn't take that L.
Hey,
come on,
I went
man.
up there with my cousin, and we went to get some, right? And now I'm in my van that I carry hose around in. We go up there, I done blew the brakes out on my van because we up a fucking mountain that's straight up in the air, and it's pitch black dark. You can't see your hand in front of your face. And we got this scary hunky in the car with us talking about,
Pilgrim, Hellfest.
oh, he's a pilgrim, and he's telling me, can you please open up I said, man, can you shut my door because it's cold up here and it's
Right.
insects flying in. So he was like, well, I like to just leave it open. He's scared, but you got the money and you go and your people gone. We waiting on them to come back with the bag. They on the motorcycles.
That's what we do.
Man, he in there shaking like a leaf because I got cold and I put my burner gloves on. I guess he's seen the movie.
Right.
Yeah,
So
oh,
when I
you
put
remember the gloves?
You know, remember the burner gloves? They got the little holes on the knuckle and shit. He seen me put them on. He was talking about, my partner Claude
Hey, you
was in
should
the
have
car.
spread out a glad bag on the floor to
yeah,
really
yeah.
just
You said, Claude, I'm feeling kind of nervous right now. Is it okay if I get out the car? I said, man, bitch, get out the car.
That's how they do. Man.
Motherfucking scary.
That's how they
So,
do.
Yeah.
Bay laws. We'll start with that.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
are.
Them the laws
What's
you can't
the-
break.
What's the concept of? Take us through the process of start. You know, and I'm gonna use
Yeah.
the impregnation as a
Right.
start point.
The baby.
Exactly.
It's the baby.
It started in 1992. I wrote that in San Quentin. I wrote that in the pen, based on a cousin I got called they call him Lil Nation. He from Richmond, like one of the craziest niggas in Richmond. They gave
Okay.
him, like,
Salute. Shout out
gave
to
him so much
Cuzzo.
time for being sick. He was crazy. So I wrote that in the pen. When I wrote that in the pen, I got out and I actually lost it in transition. So I had to rewrite it again. So I rewrote it again. I was finna start doing it back then. That was years ago. I didn't even have the skills to do it, so I'm glad I didn't do it back then. But I was gonna start working on it back then. But this bounce back to Eureka. I stumbled on Eureka one day. I stumbled on Eureka on the flute. Had a key on me. That was it.
Hold on. I ain't Vlad.
Yeah. I'm telling you how it started. Yeah.
I ain't Vlad.
Yeah. That was years ago. They came. Look, I
Talk.
did my time for that.
I'm
Talk
outside
was-
the statute of limitations.
Yeah, I get my time.
Once again,
Yeah.
I'm a town nigga.
Yeah,
I just say no to
I'm not
drugs.
Vlad.
Yeah.
I don't say some shit you don't need to say.
Sometimes you
it's
gotta
always-
tell the real.
Yes,
I know.
Picture
It's
though.
over with though.
I
You
know.
know, passing it off this yak
but-
every now and then.
Yeah,
They
I
told
know
me up.
because I talk shit, but I'm just
Ain't
we
this
got
called
you.
Cognac
I'm keeping it.
Confessions?
Keeping it one style wild.
I'm kidding. I'm just saying.
We ain't
I'm
gonna do
glad.
nothing that
Well,
that ain't outside the law.
Hey, the way these
I know.
bills, the way these bills be stacking up, and the way
not-
this,
you
and the
gotta
way
get
these.
out there.
Hey, I might wake up. Hey, they might
I
force a
wouldn't
nigga
mind.
going back.
I wouldn't mind laying down for about a good year, getting my rest, getting my health.
Man, I'm looking at these niggas with
8, 9
iPads and
hours,
shit,
hey,
man.
8, 9
Look,
hours of sleep,
look.
vitamins.
That's what it was. So look, I got you.
Go
I
for
got you.
it.
So check it. Okay, so look. Anyway, make a long story shorter, they ended up sitting me down for like 7 years. I ran into a dude named Fast One from Frisco. I ended up meeting him. He was a baller at that time. I'm like Fast Eddie from Frisco, Fillmore. So I ended up meeting him. He ended up actually buying Bay Laws from me, the movie. He bought it from me, got out of jail. When he got out, I had some music that I wrote. He said, oh, you give me the music, I give you the Bay Laws back. He gave me back the Bay Laws. I ended up running to my cousin Glenn Plummer. And when I met
From Richmond.
From
That's
Richmond.
Fast Eddie. He the kid saying.
You J-Rock daddy?
Yeah,
Right,
Fast
yeah.
Eddie.
For you niggas that don't know, you
Yeah.
J-Rock daddy.
Yeah. So look, J-Rock, look. Yeah, so
Hey,
Glenn said,
more common, the police officers is the Sons of Anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah,
did a lot
right.
of shit. He
No,
did.
we know him from South Central. Even
Yeah,
though I
that's what
watched,
y'all known for.
I watched Sons of
OG
Anarchy.
Bobby
so
Johnson.
So I had a relationship with Jamie Foxx too, so this is how the movie ended up getting done. I went out there with Glenn. Fox told me to bring Glenn for some reason. He said, man, make sure you bring Glenn to the party. So we get to Jamie Foxx. Instead of having a party, he started telling us about this movie he was making that's out now. You know that vampire movie got out on Netflix? I seen it before when he was in process of making it.
Yeah, I
So
know he left me on that party, right?
he left you?
No,
Yeah,
you
I
left
did. I did.
He left me on that party.
Oh, my God.
That party was a fool. But look,
Yeah.
he ended up Jamie Foxx ended up saying you should buy you one of these cameras and focus on media because the music shit gonna be out the window. You should start focusing on content. And when I got to the joint, I bought that camera, and then that's when we shot Baylaw's first, and we had that.
We shot one version of it, but we had Terrell Lynn. Let me leave it alone. Let me shut up. We had statute limitations. It's not out on this one yet.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we had to end that. Yeah, but that's how it ended up coming to Baby Man, and then me, Glenn, Omar, Day Day, we came together and we brought it to life, man. That's how it happened, man. But it started from 1992.
They even brought Omar down here for the cast.
Man, that was live. That was live.
We did a cold read down
I
there
had
with
a
him.
ball up there. Yeah, it was live.
Most of the people got
Let
the
me
part.
tell y'all though, man, if Freeman say we finna ride out, that nigga really be meaning like we finna ride out. Like it's 6:20 right now.
Yeah.
Hey, we finna ride out. And a nigga like me be like, okay, well, Sunday, Monday, when we riding out 2 hours.
2 hours.
Man, I can't mob in 2 hours to LA for the whole weekend.
Yeah, we
man.
Hey, sit down and get down, nigga.
Hey man, you'll be surprised if you sit down and don't chase that bag when you're supposed to be chasing it. Something else gonna happen.
And then look,
I learned my lesson
I
on
lost
that,
so
though.
much money in the music industry from 2001 to 2018. I had to switch it. I said I ain't spending no more money on music. I spent all my money on the movie. And the movie ain't even out yet, but I got more accomplished than I did doing the music. Ain't that crazy?
Hey, movies are even, and I'm gonna take it a half a step. And Cuz Rock, this is one of his, and I learned this, and this is real. Read the book, don't wait for the movie. That may go over some of y'all head, but
Yeah.
those are the two real lanes: book,
And
movie,
movies.
book,
Right.
movie. Those are the lanes to really be in.
Right.
And look though, but I don't count out the soundtrack.
You gotta have a
Every
fire
movie got-
soundtrack.
and not only because every soundtrack should have.
Shit that
Remember that
applied to
movie
the
that
movie.
came out with it was I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Right.
Yeah.
They had theme music in this movie
Yeah.
that everyone
Shit
had.
Shit that applied
Shaq.
to the movie.
Yeah, come on, man. This what
It
this
should.
brothers a genius at.
It should apply to the movie, and that's just my humble
Yeah,
opinion.
right.
I'm a
Right,
people person. I bring very talented individuals, gods and God bodies and God mindsets together to bring forth great creations.
Right.
Yes,
Okay, and for that the world is gonna eat off of for a long, long period of time.
And I give you full credit on that. This is the type of cat that if he know a motherfucker and you know a motherfucker, he gonna combine y'all,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some cats, and sometimes he'll combine y'all. Well, not sometimes, all the time. He'll combine y'all without even being like, "Oh, am I gonna eat off this too?"
I don't
But some
care.
cats, you might reach out and be like, "Hey, you know so and so," and they might be like, "Okay, well, what you got going?"
Only,
How much-
Because they-
only if I get a
because
percentage.
even
A
before
finder's
you,
fee.
even before you done formed the idea,
Right.
they already trying to figure out how can I eat off of this.
Right,
Already.
right.
And some cats
We
though,
wouldn't
would
have
be
came to you
like,
if we weren't gonna put you in it.
but some
You
cats
part
be
of the family.
like, if you say, "Hey, do you know so and so?" Oh, you need to link with him? Let me get my guy on the
Come on.
phone with you
Yeah.
right now. and
That's how we do.
Right,
We
you know
do
what I'm saying?
that.
Yeah.
We do that.
Yeah, we do that. all
But
the
you
time.
know that's why they got a round table.
But it still amazes me though how some cats don't even see that's how the game flow. In fact, a cat just really put me on to a golden opportunity because 6 months ago he asked me for a line on something. And I shot him the email address, the phone number, the whole nine. And then he hit me yesterday saying, "Hey man, you was a real nigga for that." And I
Real
ate
nigga
off
shit.
that situation. Now I got another plane in motion. Get on the plane, come on out here to Atlanta, and I'll
Trying
make
to
sure
fuck
you leave
with
with a bag.
Man, each one reach one, each
And
one.
I hadn't
teach
even
one,
really
each one
gave that
teach
no
one.
second thought. He
Yeah.
said, "Man, niggas is playing middleman games on me. Do you
Yeah,
know?"
that's what the
I'm
whole
like,
do. We
oh,
don't do that.
you know
Yeah. Fuck that.
They go to
middleman
shit. I don't even know what you even gonna do with it, but here it go. And he
Alley-oop.
came- And
If
he
your
came
shit
back saying he
respectable,
ate.
and I can
Yeah.
facilitate a conversation with you on another business entity because it's all network.
Right. All
Yeah.
network.
You know what I'm saying?
All network, man.
And
Nine
this is a-
times out
this
of 10,
network is a-
I don't expect anything. I'm just doing it on genuinely being a good dude
Right.
because the blessed one is the giver,
Come on.
Say that.
Come on, man.
and I don't go to church. And this
Blessed
is
You know why they,
one
you know why they
Blessed
say it's
one
better
is
to
the giver.
give than to
The
receive?
blessed one is the giver.
Because
Heard that.
if you giving, then if you giving instead of receiving, then that means you don't need it. You got it to give extra.
Yeah.
You got
Because-
your cup is overflowing.
Because here's the thing, and this is something that I think should resonate. This what I'm about to say should resonate with y'all. It really should, in your spirit, and let it sizzle in your spirit.
Right.
Something that could be going on. You may have an idea of something
Yeah.
that it don't have nothing to do with me.
Right.
It may not even resonate in my spirit.
Right.
I may not even agree with what you're doing. But I'm a pathway for you to levitate,
Right.
elevate,
Yeah.
and make it make it calculate. You know what I'm saying? Math. Life is
Right.
math. You'll get that at 3 a.m.
Right.
But
life is math.
Hell yeah, man.
But that's
Who
the
am
problem
I
with our people anyway,
as a
though.
person
Like, we
who-
get a plug on something? And
if
we trying
I'm
to keep
the
it to
bridge,
ourselves,
because
you know
life
what
is
I
a
mean? Like, that
freeway.
ain't how-
Everybody got lanes. You
No,
niggas
not at
better
all.
pay attention. Life is a freeway. You got lanes.
Yeah.
Even if, once again, I'm like, oh, what? Oh, you need the expressway to do that?
Right. Yeah.
Hey, check it out. My man's is woo woo woo.
Yeah.
I personally, I won't expect nothing
Right.
Right. No.
because me passing you on and networking you to somebody else
Yeah.
opens up your shit,
Right.
and you may say, "Damn, yo, my nigga did the intro."
Right.
Shout out.
But
to
that's
Slim
what
P.
we
Watson.
supposed to do. What's up, Slim? But that, as the essence of a true nigga, excuse me, and that's newly intelligent, God-gifted African,
Heard
or, you know,
Oh, and in the dictionary, man, that's the Negus or
Negus.
and which it comes
Right.
from and it derives from because that's the way we
Emperor,
pronounce it.
king,
We
ruler.
don't put the ER, the hard ER,
Listen.
put a motherfucker in the ER. We use the AH at the end as a Niga,
Niga.
which means God,
Nigas.
goddess, king,
I am a
queen.
god.
It's
So
just
I still use the word me and my father.
Yeah,
use
we
it.
do.
We task
It's,
talk
it's
back
hard
and forth.
to. It's hard to.
I love my niggas. Please believe it.
Nigga.
Negus.
We love. We
But
love.
And
I'm
guess
just
what?
saying,
We'll kill for them and we'll die for
in
them.
the context of where we fuck up on nowadays in social media and jealousy and all the envy, thinks if I'm not getting put on behind it, I can't do the introduction.
Right.
Right.
It may not have nothing to do with me. It
Nothing
could be
at all.
something that I have nothing to do with.
You're not even interested in it till they
And-
brought it to you.
And I'm like, oh, you trying to do something? Let me talk to you, my folks. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah. Let me
But
put you on.
hey, that may make you a millionaire. It may put you in a position
Yeah.
to feed countless of people in your circle.
People
But
need
you
it,
just
need it.
feeding your greed. And this is the serious
ego.
point about it. No, not the ego.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about the opposite of it.
Over
The niggas be on ego.
accessibility to certain things and abundance of it gives you a lack of respect for it.
And you
Right.
right.
So if somebody give you, say we
You're
got
right
this
about that.
fine beverage
Mhm.
that we sip on
Yeah.
every day,
Mm-hmm.
The yak
and we get it for free from the company, we ain't gonna respect this shit. We want a beer, man. Go get me a beer. I'm tired of drinking that shit.
Yeah.
But when you got family, it goes outside of being just a friend. But you got family, a brother, a sister that got your back and you got theirs, and you care about how they moving. Like, hey sis, you ain't moving right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Moving a little hoe. She ain't gonna take it like you calling her a hoe. She gonna take it like, yeah, you right, brother. I need
Slow
to
it
change
down.
up a little bit.
agree.
Or, bruh, you moving too fast. You need to slow down and check your rear view mirror, cause
But that's if they got real discernment and they
no,
can
if they was
really
raised
hear
right. If they was raised
Some
right,
people
I don't
can't
agree.
hear
Yeah,
you,
they
so
can't
you
hear.
can give them some
Yeah.
real
I'm
game
so
and they just
sleep.
get
They so
offended.
sleep they can't hear nothing.
That's true.
Well, this is what Bay Laws is talking about. It's the
That's what-
unwritten laws
Yes, that's really wrong.
that we
Exactly.
have in
It's
the hood.
basically
It ain't
like-
just don't snitch. It's
basi-
other
it's
shit.
basically
You
like
don't beat up on
the
nobody, on a
consequences-
woman.
The consequences
Women,
that come with it.
kids, just it's certain shit that I grew up under as
Right.
a youngster, and I grew up under some real factors in
Tell
life.
you hello.
That-
She wrong.
You know,
I need you in this
have done
next
some
movie.
shit and
Your
shit
stepdad.
that was instilled in us.
Stepdad.
Player stepdad.
Ooh-wee. That's what you're doing?
That's how you do.
You doing
And
that,
hey,
Lars?
look, my kid's
Okay.
mother told me
So-
today at court that I was old. I told her, she said, you older than me. Shit.
Old, hey, old is a state of mind. That's a blessing. But
Yeah.
we
There's a difference
grew up.
between old and mature.
You're
Right,
definitely right. You can be mature.
seasoned.
You can be mature. I've seen. There's no
Hear that?
bullshit.
Don't nobody
I've
want
seen
nothing bland.
kids in
I'm well
elementary school
Like a
that
steak.
were mature
Like a
for
steak.
their age.
Mhm.
It's a perception.
Yeah.
I'm my younger brother, and we were young, and he's 8 years younger than me. or damn near 9. But when we were little, he used to look at us and be like, man, y'all doing this and that, y'all tripping. He was mature for his age.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying he didn't slip into drinking beer and whatnot, but he used to, but for his age.
Yeah.
He used to be like, man, y'all drinking beer, y'all just, well, he'd be like, shut the fuck up. And, ooh, you know, fucking with, but that's maturity
Well, yeah.
for his age.
Yeah, he didn't want to. He knew the consequences and repercussions.
I remember at the time when I was young, I used to be like, I hate beer. I was young. I'd be like, I would never drink beer.
I don't
That
like
shit was
beer.
nasty
I
as
ain't never
fuck.
touched
I was
It's
like,
still
who
nasty,
who
man.
drinks
I don't like
that
fucking
shit?
beer.
I ain't never touched it yet.
Oh, if it's
Hey.
a nice cider, I'm
Oh, back in the
knocking off
90s, St.
night.
Ives and 2 for $22s.
No, I fuck
You get a
with it.
six-pack
I fuck
for
with girl drinks
$4.50?
and shit, man.
Oh,
Be real with
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I
But
fuck
but
with
along
Margaritas
with that, when you
and
were saying
shit.
how your little brother was already
This the
mature,
first time I'm drinking some
maturity and
hard
age is a
cognac
thing.
and
Because like
confessions.
you got some
But
cats
ladies,
that's
I'm
in
not
our
really a
age
drinker or
group
anything
who's
like that.
calling themselves
What are
OG.
we in?
OG, and I'd be like, nigga, you ain't OG, you just old, because there's nobody out here who's underneath your leadership. There's nobody out here, not even your own sons, who's receiving any game or instructions or leadership
Who you
from
gonna get it from?
You just old.
What
You know,
nigga that
it's
you
really-
know
it's really hard to
that's
get
out
these youngsters
there
the game
that
nowadays,
did it and
though.
got away with it?
Can't
Nobody
give it
wanna
to them.
listen.
They
don't
still
want
out
it.
here showing his face.
They don't want
But
to
that's
They
but,
don't.
but now we can't just blame the youngsters, because a lot of youngsters was raised up underneath cats who didn't
didn't
fuck
have
with
it.
them properly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of my partners
That's true.
that you know we started having kids in the early '90s and all that, right?
Right.
They didn't fuck
Thank
with
God
them
I
kids
have
at all.
kids.
Now they touching 50 and they want to go back and reflect, and they
Right.
trying to go talk to a 30-year-old nigga who been with the shit since he 15 and be
Yeah.
like, oh, this nigga don't want to listen. That's because you didn't fuck with that nigga when he was
Right.
3.
No, you're right.
Four,
Yeah.
5.
Too late
You
in
was
the
doing
game.
your
Too late in the
thing.
game to get
You
it
wasn't
going.
fucking with his
I
mama
got you.
correctly.
Yeah, I got
None
you.
of that.
You
So you
can't.
really just you all over again.
Yeah, if
you
Just
got
a little
crossed
more
over, I mean,
vicious.
That's why we hate it, because it's
Yeah,
us.
you're not
It's us.
accomplished.
We
We
looking
looking
at
at the mirror.
ourselves. Yeah,
We looking at the mirror.
my son be having me flame, and I
Hey,
be like, this little
I
nigga,
was
I'm gonna kill
a
it.
prime example.
It's me.
I
Is
just want you to work for my son.
as because we not black. I don't call ourselves blacks. Y'all,
Melanated.
melanated king, God.
Melanated.
But one of the hardest things when it comes to us men is beating yourself out of your kids.
Man, explain that to them, man. That's deep right there. That might be that. Now that's over there.
Well, you facing yourself. That's what made you angry. Because you might change.
Hey, but in all fairness, I beat myself out of some of my kids when they was young
Because
because
see,
the nigga that was supposed to raise me
Yeah.
didn't fuck with me. You see what I'm saying? So it was a
Right,
cycle.
right.
Now I wake up, I get knowledge,
Yeah.
I get woke, and I try to be like, oh, let me go correct all my mistakes, and I go holler at a bunch of 20-somethings who ain't trying to hear that bullshit, partner.
They're not trying to
Look,
hear that
look,
shit.
look, let me tell you something.
You know, and
The
I be
problem-
like,
the
damn.
problem ain't the kids and you. The problem is that our black women who are the queen. What happened when they kill the queen bee?
melanated woman is
When they
God.
kill the queen bee,
everything falls.
everything dies inside of that hive.
That's just that.
All
In fairness
these.
to my father, my mother was on some shit, but
My mama,
that nigga didn't.
my
put-
mama was on
that
shit.
That nigga didn't push the line. That
And my
that
baby
brother,
mamas was
that
on shit.
melanated brother didn't push the line how I would have pushed the line.
Because they got a white
She
boy
wasn't-
protection
she
team
wasn't
called the
protected.
police department, man. They got shit called probation and parole and DVI classes that you got to pay $40 a piece.
And you got housing.
I'm
where-
not doing none.
Where the melanated man can't be in the household. So we've been
That's where they
we've
really
been free jacked.
No, you right.
hijacked. My bad. That's how I caught myself. 'Cause,
Yeah, y'all been free jacked.
We've been we've been hijacked from our
Hijacked like a
purpose
motherfucker.
forever.
Yeah, by providing all
But
this
man,
Section
it's a
8
cold
shit.
game
That
though
make them not
that's
want
been
us.
repeat
And-
on repeat for 50, 60 years.
And you see, like I said, this is a holiday weekend to some of y'all. I
Don't go to jail this
I don't-
weekend
hey,
either. You not
ain't
getting
getting
still
out
judged
on
till
Monday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, not
Yeah.
Monday.
You
Wednesday.
might not never be seen, and that's what people. I will talk about that on another series, on another
We got
topic.
it. But
But you might not never be
Yeah,
seen.
with all,
Fuck
yeah,
with the police.
with all this shit going on, you might get in jail and they forget that you even got a release
But
date.
just to
They
piggyback
can do
off
that.
what you said, I keep telling cats because I work with a lot of young brothers, and I always think about the moves that you making out there, and I always tell them, hey man, y'all need to get involved, man, because y'all younger, y'all got that energy,
Please,
and niggas
yes.
be like, ah, nigga, I'm doing me, and I be like, hey,
It's just displaced energy.
I say this to all you young brothers in your 20s and this and that. You only one bad police stop away from being a hashtag.
Hey, that's real.
And don't ever forget that. And when you forget that, conduct yourself accordingly, but also put some time and energy into cats who got foundations to try to prevent that, man. Because this motherfucker's like, man, you your mama's son, you your partner's peoples, we all love you,
Yeah.
and we love you, man. But there's some motherfuckers out there that will literally, you'll just be a notch or a badge being to them. It's motherfuckers that as good as you somebody's son, you somebody's daddy. We all somebody's son, we all somebody's daddy. Each and every one of us sitting in this table got hella motherfuckers that love us. But there's a motherfucker who might pull you over tonight who will treat you as nothing more than an opportunity to fucking kill you. And while
Trash.
you laying there bleeding out,
Man.
that motherfucker will be standing there celebrating. So when you got cats out here that's putting together things to help fight that,
Right.
get off the bench and get involved,
Come
man.
on, please.
And
Thank
and,
you. Thank
and,
you.
And the segue into, because D, you got a family situation. Y'all
That's what I'm
promoting.
talking.
I know.
Mhm.
That's why I'm perfect segue into it.
Well, do your
You know
thing,
me,
man.
you
Pop
know
your
me.
collar when you're making them segues.
My initials is DJ, and I mix and scratch, and I make sure it blend in and good. I put the seasoning on the motherfucking meat.
Don't,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You hear
I
that?
barbecue, but she love my
say
meat
it.
in her mouth.
man.
But
And that's a segue too. And you don't need to wait till 3 in the morning to
you
get
ain't
that.
gotta say it tomorrow. You get that shit right now.
Tony, let me say this. Let me say this.
Go ahead, brother.
So, for you personally, you've shared and I've shared, because you and with all of us, we all have a connect. We 6 degrees of separation when it comes to the atrocities that have happened to us, our family members, when it comes to police brutality, white supremacy, and you have a foundation and whatnot going on for your loved one, and let's tap into that.
Well, we started the Willie McCoy Foundation. Me and my cousin Corey McCoy, my cousin Deborah McCoy, and my father William Harrison. May he rest in peace. My father.
Rest in peace, Pop.
Salute.
And we put this together because impacted families weren't getting their story out, because the media only goes with the initial story, which is the story that the police put out, their narrative of it. We just like in movies. In Hollywood, you're not going to get a black story out there. You're going to get a black story from a white person's perspective. So with this, it's very delicate and very imperative that you get facts out to your people so that they can show. Because a lot of people saying, I got better things to do, like you was, speaking on Pharaoh. And it's like, man, you don't know. And you absolutely right. The statistics say that if you're pulled over for a common traffic stop and you're black,
Routine stop.
it's a 50-50 chance that you'll be shot. That is the equivalent of a cop flipping a coin. Heads, you're going to go home. Tails, you're going to leave. You're going to die right here.
Two-Face
today.
on Batman.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Come
And
on.
it doesn't matter. And there's some people, respectable Negroes, who be like, well,
It's part of the game.
what were they doing to make the police shoot? Dude, that don't matter. The discretion is...
Willie was asleep, so it's
The discretion is on if that cop decides that he wants initiation into the police gang or
Tell
not
it.
that particular day. What you're doing, because here's the thing. There's been so many brothers out here who have been shot, who have been abused by the police, and they come with this official narrative, and the narrative is completely made up.
Man, come on.
Completely.
So I want to go even deeper because people don't know the whole history. Let's tap into exactly what we talking about.
Okay, my cousin Willie McCoy was up and coming rapper from the group. He was the architect of FBG, the rap group. They had just had a little bit of beef that they was in the tabloids about with SOB. They had some chain shit going on, whatever. But we patched it all up with Zoda Roaster, Kilo Kurt, and
Respect
some
to
OGs sat around the
Rest in
table
peace.
and we mapped it out and we made it official because we want our kids to win. We don't want them out here losing. You see what I'm saying? And
Especially
so,
that level of talent.
man, come on. And it was a level, to where
talent.
we understood, Roaster understood, the fathers understood what that was involved in this. And so I told the youngster, I had to explain to one of my guys, I'm like, hey man, give back the chain. The chain got to go back, man. He was like, man, well, what did I take it for if I'm just going to give it back, Unc? I said, because you're not a chain snatcher.
Yeah, brother.
You are a black man. You made your point. This was your people, right? And wasn't these your homeboys?
Right.
Yeah, they was my homeboys, but they cried. I said they made a mistake. Now you showed them that you made a mistake. Give them back their shit and let them know, hey, man, now y'all can make money. together.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And this is what we put in Bay laws, because this is real issues.
Right.
But they're not being handled right because they locked up the Felix Mitchells and the little Darrells and the Manuel Lacey's and people who stood at a table like this and said, "Oh, in this region over here, we don't do things like this."
You know what?
30
On
up the
that note,
neighborhoods, you don't
there's
snatch
a
pocketbooks.
professor that wrote a book that's called, y'all can look it up, it's called The Felix Mitchell Paradox. And they now teach it to people. And what they call the Felix Mitchell Paradox is that the crime in Oakland, when you had one big boss, was contained.
It was low.
And once Felix Mitchell was took out the equation,
You had everybody wanted to, all the underbosses.
It was a feeding frenzy. Everybody wanted to be the
right.
boss.
Everybody
and
wanted
they
to be
really
the
wrote a book about that. That when
that's true.
there's a Felix
But they
Mitchell type
liked it.
individual, things are actually Al Capone, the Felix Mitchell, things are
When there's
actually
order,
under control.
they did
And
it.
when the law enforcement concentrates on snatching that person out the community who can bridge gaps, who can settle things, they take that person out, give them these long federal sentences. Well, the underlings.
Right. The prime example is, and this is, I don't know, I'll just say is this, is something I learned in elementary school. You cut off the head, the body falls.
Instantly. Ain't no more function.
Well, and I'm looking at
If it's not, and I'm gonna use a tail reference. We all know lizards who regrow their tail.
right
Right.
centipedes.
Right. You cut a centipede, it's just 2 centipedes.
It'll come back together.
Right, but in reference to what you're talking about and what I said, you cut off the head, the body falls.
Right.
Unless everything is taught to regenerate and reproduce the head.
We have the lessons. The lessons have
We
been
just-
the lessons have been on the wall. Remember what Michael Jackson said? Life ain't bad after all, if you live it off the wall. Because we can't believe nothing that's written down in a book that tells us to turn
You
the
cut
other
that.
cheek.
I
So if they
You
telling us
caught
to
that.
turn the other cheek and to just take this and you gonna have your fun after you did, hey, I don't believe that. I believe that under God's law, we have the right as men, as living human beings, to protect ourselves and to protect our families and to protect our property, and not only give up our lives for certain causes, but we have the power to take a life too. And that's the part that we've been
We just
neglecting.
witnessed social media. You know, social media is a double-edged sword, gift and a curse. We just witnessed the taking of a life in protection,
Oh, the mother.
defending
Yeah,
of a melanated woman.
I agree.
I got mixed feelings on that.
I don't. I agree. I think the little
My
brother did
mixed
his job.
feelings is that I never want to celebrate a black
don't-
man getting
right.
I'm not
killed.
celebrating
I
that.
But
don't.
my other feeling is that I would have emptied the whole clip on.
It's a teachable
It's
moment
a
for a
teachable
child.
moment.
Listen,
I
how many
would've
kids do
They
you
shot
know
him
that say,
twice. I'm
they
like,
say I
nigga,
can't
it
stand my
was
mama,
15
fuck
more
my mama.
bullets.
Yeah.
I would have gave
Bitch
it
ain't
all
shit.
to
But
him.
if you
Get
touch
my
me,
mama,
fuck my
man.
daddy, that
I
nigga
would
ain't
gave
shit.
it all to
Yeah,
him.
and
touch my
yeah,
mama.
But to see a young man say,
I
this
say-
man
I
is
say
beating
it
on
all
my
the
mother and I
time.
gotta protect her.
See, I grew up with a nigga beating on my mom, and I told that nigga, when I get older, you gonna pay for it. And I swear to God, that nigga caught that nigga in Eureka when I was older, fresh out the pen, and I beat the fuck out this nigga. I went to jail and everything, went back to jail for it. So yeah, about your mama, especially a good mama that
Come
took
on, man.
care of you. That
Like I
you know
don't,
what I mean?
even
Even
if
if she
she
ain't
I
good.
don't want to see. I don't want to see a brother. I don't want to see a brother get killed.
I don't.
But if a brother get killed, that nigga earned it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have
I'm
lost
with
no sleep
It's
over
no
killing him.
No.
It's no celebration in my
celebrating
mind
it.
of him getting killed. What I see is a teachable moment to
Right.
young kids who feel like it's okay what he did and that was cool. He was a beast for how he handled her or whatever. No, he
That's
wasn't.
not
He was a
right.
fucking idiot. And he got what karma was
Unfortunately-
gonna bring him.
Right.
The universe brought it right back to him what he was delivering.
With no hesitation.
I-
Instant
And
karma.
I want to see what happens with old boy that choked dude out on a train. 'Cause
I'm
if he
waiting
get off,
for that.
He choked
If
him
he
out and
get
killed
off,
that boy, man.
Yeah.
and this
I'm
kid don't
waiting
get
for
off,
that
there's
one.
gonna be some issues. But what I want to ask y'all, because I got to get out of here in a minute, is as far as y'all movies. So when y'all came up and in the game, how did y'all deal with? So y'all got the cameras. How did y'all deal with the editing and like the actors? How did y'all get with the other part of just having a camera? What advice would you have for youngsters that's trying to get into the game now?
My advice is like, I did it by myself, so it was like a nightmare for me. So and the reason why I did it by myself because I had this ego where I didn't want nobody to help me. I wanted to, so my advice is to not open up, to get that chip off your shoulders and open up to people and network, because if you try to do it by yourself, you're definitely gonna run into a brick wall, guarantee it. There's no way around it. So don't be like me, don't be selfish like I was and trying to do everything.
You're gonna be
by
frustrated, ready to throw your shit out the window.
Because this is a collaborative
I had
thing.
to actually ask, bro. I had to actually take an editing class for what?
Did
2 months?
spent the money.
Nothing wrong with it.
$400 to learn.
Man, I'm glad he did it because we didn't need those people that we was going to, and it was like, blood.
And I was
Why didn't you
scared
do
to
this?
ask.
You do it better
I was
than
scared to
them.
ask like Pharaoh. I want to ask. I said I want to ask Pharaoh.
I
many
called
times,
Pharaoh.
but I was spooked. I didn't know. I was like, nah, he might not want to help me because he's doing his own thing.
That's
but
the-
I should have did it.
Right.
You feel me?
I
That
think
ego,
with us-
that negative shit made me not act. So don't be
You
negative.
talked yourself out because I
I
ain't
did.
never front on
I
the real
did.
nigga.
No, I knew you would help me, but something
Yeah.
in me just all my life of hustling. I always was doing it by myself. You
Right.
feel me?
Well, I
it was
understand
kinda
that.
hard.
Straight to your
Because on the
point.
flip side, I got niggas that I know could give some shit. I do a boost, man, but
Right.
I be
Your
picking up
ego,
the phone,
pride.
and then the phone
Hey.
get heavy in the
Tell you
nigga
something
hand.
about
He send it
pride.
back down. Oh, it go before
No,
pride.
no, no. Let me tell you something
I'm telling
about
you.
pride.
Yeah.
It's a glass. You put ice in it.
Right.
Huh.
Drink that shit down the hatch.
Right.
Now it's easier said than
I
done.
think you
I
call me
understand
every
that.
night and say that shit.
No, I get it because as we develop and grow into our own individualities of who we are, we feel that what I want and what I want to do goes, and society teaches us that one, boys don't cry, men ain't allowed to have feelings. What's up, Duck? My little brother Duck watching.
What's up, Duck?
What's up, Duck?
Monica? What's up, Monica Love?
Appreciate you for tuning in, Von Eden. Appreciate you tuning in. We're taught as melanated men, we're taught so many things that are wrong
Right.
growing up, to where we 5 men right here,
Right.
5 kings,
Right.
right? We all grew up in the same era.
Right.
We all of similar age. It's probably 5 years that separate us, maybe.
Yeah, we're all in the same period.
Right, I'm saying. So I can have a salami shop. You can be doing something else, but you know the hookup on the exquisite meat slicers.
Right.
You got to hook up on the lettuce. You got to hook up on all the other produce.
Right.
You got all the meat wrappings of the sandwich display. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
And you got your
and
own
me
girl.
being a nigga,
Yeah.
They got all the people
It's
like
like-
that sound that come through.
I ain't gonna ask them niggas because they're gonna think I'm dumb.
You done
Right,
killed
yeah,
the
but
fucking
But
centipede.
also, what's the
That's
other
what
one
we're talking
to
about. They broke the centipede down
And-
themselves without even being shot at.
Life, and this is just my understanding from learning, and I bumped my head plenty of times. Because to be a millionaire, there's 2 L's in there.
Shit, well, I should be a zillionaire.
Well, hey, once
I took
again-
way more than 2 L's.
Minimum.
I took
Minimum
way more than 2
To
L's.
be a millionaire, there's a minimum of 2 L's, and I'm speaking from facts. So,
Capital L's.
yeah.
Well,
But
we had a
we ego, and sometimes it's ego, but at the same time it's because society teaches us to, as men, you every decision you got to do it on your own. We scared to
right.
ask for help
Scared that.
or to reach out to somebody,
It might be weak.
and it's
Ain't
not
that
a
what
sign
it
of
is?
weakness.
No.
But we have to embrace the fact that, hey,
brotherhood.
Yeah,
You have to
exactly.
embrace brotherhood.
That's
Understand
what
what
it
that
boils down
means.
to. That's the word missing, brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
Look,
Yeah.
instead
That's
of
what it
looking
was
at it as,
originally.
competition, this and that.
Back in the family
Brother,
days,
It's friendly
I was
competition and
young.
brotherhood.
I was young
But
when it
it's
was
only
the
to improve the whole
The whole,
family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
so
you
let-
want to go fast, they call this African proverb. If you want to go fast, go by yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to go far, go with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And let me add to that. In these movies that we're doing,
Yes.
they're special. We were filming Baylaws. We lost people who have passed on now.
Rest in peace, Jeff LaPerry.
Rest in peace, Jeff LaPerry, moms,
Yeah.
pops. You know,
Yeah.
we've lost people, and rest in peace to Joe Ski because we lost him. He was in the movie The Price, and him and Jeff died the same way in a motorcycle accident. And it's a hard pill to swallow. That's why we take these projects so serious because, listen, these projects that we doing is our stories that we're honoring the ancestors and the elders and the ancestors in the ancestor realm
Right.
with these stories that would never be told because of the stigma of
That's
what
real
society may believe.
Because I'm weak if
That's
I
real
ask for
shit.
help.
Remember realistic.
Come on.
See what I just
Yeah.
said?
Realistic,
That's
yeah.
why I
But
said-
if I do it
that's why
myself, I
took
can
me
do it the
three-
way I
that's why
wanna
it took
do
me
it.
3 years to finish
I
my
understand,
shit.
This is where I
but
want
it's
to
growth.
answer. There's this
It's
young
growth.
chick named
Right.
Realistic. She's a rapper out of Richmond, right?
Mhm.
And one day she came to the studio
I
over
remember
there.
we was on
and
82nd
we
and
filmed, we filmed the video with
yeah.
her folks, right?
Right.
And then she hit me a couple weeks later and said, "Tell me you still got that video." And I'm like, "Yeah." And she said, "One of the dudes that was in the video, he got killed on some turf shit. Then there was a chick who was the stylist, and she came in the video like this, and another dude who came and danced in the video for just a second, they got killed in the Rich too. All like 3 of her peoples got killed within a 2-week period." And she was like, "There's no footage of them. We want to play the film. Tell me you still got that. Tell me you still got that footage for they
Man,
for they
it's
memory."
priceless.
And I was like, sometimes when we doing these projects with our people,
Yeah.
and this also goes. Somebody
try to
once
save
told
everything.
me said, always take pictures with your folks. Always
Ooh,
do that because
yeah.
you never know when a picture
I'm lucky
is
to have my
all you,
father.
is all you will have of them.
Footage
Oh,
you
you
sent
have.
me.
Man, I'm
And
lucky
that's
to have
all
my
the
dad.
future generation will
On film
have of
and
that
mine,
person.
yeah.
So
I got
don't
on
be
tape.
camera
Yeah,
shy.
come on.
Don't be that. Always document and celebrate the things you're doing with your people because we truly never
Yeah, because
know.
the youngsters think
That's
they
the
too
only
gangsters
memories,
being a
real
picture.
memories,
Yeah.
and pictures is real
for real.
memories, man.
Man, look,
You,
you helped
you
me a
sent me
lot.
the footage. Like I said, I was coming from one of my fraternity meetings.
And I sent you the
We
footage
had-
with Biaggi.
Yeah, we at Cusso House.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I was in that shit.
And that's the song that I was on that you played
yeah,
at the beginning.
Gilman.
I said, man,
I was
look,
like, damn, we was back
I'm
there.
on
Like I said,
Gilman.
it was
Last time
Fu
I
Man's
seen
birthday.
B, that's why last time I seen him performing at Pooh Man's birthday party.
We was
Yeah,
at
we was there.
we was at
Jeffries, right? Was that
Biaggi's.
Jeffries? What is
No, the footage he sent me, we was at Biaggi house.
You remember that?
We-
remember the
I didn't
concert
go
they
to.
had?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh, see,
I get out.
yeah.
I'm a turtle.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I be out, but I'm just keeping
I'm a
it
turtle.
Mm-hmm.
I come out, I pop my head out every now and then because one, I don't do the riff raff, and it's not knocking nobody's
in the
shit.
chair,
I
the
come
chair,
out and
the
have
wood.
fun every now and then, but a lot of times, shit.
Hey, look, I don't know if I'm loaded or it's just the
Nah.
chair.
Nah,
Is this
you-
motherfucker
Hey,
swaggling?
this shit right here ain't no joke.
Hey, look.
Good shit.
Yeah, no, it's some
But-
good shit. Hey, they get you
SK,
fucked up.
what's
They call
good?
that Confessionals,
I
man.
got a lot. I got to produce this.
Sean
this
Kennedy
sugar-free-
tuning. Hey, we
this
for
sugar-free.
sure. You see SK in the comments.
Sean Kennedy.
That's
in the
my
house.
guy.
Hey, look, let me tell you something, man.
Hey,
Salute to
but you
sugar-free
got
juice, man.
you got some footage, and I was like, damn, I was there.
Me
Wow.
and B.I.G., man. I love B because me and B, man, we did the music from kids. Like when he was young, B.I.G.'s, he probably about 6 years younger than me.
B.I.G. raw.
But
He raw as
B.I.G.
fuck.
would keep me because I'd be like, man, I'm too old for this shit. I'd be trying to get back to the game. When I was, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I was getting back to the game.
Yeah, get
and they
back
was
to
like,
the
man, I got the studio. We can do this. We can do that. Man, fuck that studio. I'm trying to go sell rocks. Pimp a hoe. But I didn't know no better because I was being led by greed.
Right.
When every man, and let me put this out there,
Yeah,
every
go for it.
man who has a son or a daughter, when you look at them and you look at the close calls that you've had, something
Oh.
changes in you.
Hey,
Something changes in you where you be like,
I
man,
can
I
write
can't
a
do
book.
this shit like this no more. This ain't cool.
I could write a book, but I ain't that other network that I will never tell. I know it's some. Hey, my
Man.
dad. I learned in elementary school from my dad. You know, it's only 3 ways people three ways people 3 people keep a secret. You know, the way 3 people can keep a secret.
The other 2 dead.
Hey,
I mean,
Hey,
that's
look,
some real shit.
Look,
though.
but let me tell you this though. But let me tell you this one. It was even another funnier one, right?
That's deep, right
But listen,
there.
how can you expect a motherfucker to see here? How can you expect a motherfucker to keep your secret and you can't
Yeah,
keep
you
it?
can't keep it. Yeah, there you go.
You done told somebody, your best friend, whoever.
motherfuckers
Fuck you, gonna keep
throwing the
a secret.
baby out before the
But on some
bathwater.
real shit though, on what you just said. I mean, one time, one of my offsprings was about 6 or 7, and I was playing with him.
Right.
And one of my partners called and said, "Hey man, I need, whoop-de-whoop." And I'm like, me being the type of nigga at that time, I'm on my way.
Yeah, right.
No hesitation, right?
Right.
And the breezy overheard the conversation and was like, "No, we need you." And I'm like, "Man, my partners will do it." And as I was heading out the door, my son said, Daddy, you leaving? You coming back, right?
Damn.
And she said, only the Lord knows.
God,
And I was like,
Oh, so
that's
I
a
was
fool right there.
I was like, ooh.
I wouldn't have went.
And damn, if
I'm gonna say something
the
real
fool
quick.
that I am,
Yeah,
I went.
you still went.
SK.
But I never went again. The
If I
Lord
can do
carried, you know how they
anything
say the
to
Lord
help-
looks over
Yeah,
babies
right,
and
right,
fools?
right, yeah, yeah.
The Lord looked over this fool one more time,
Yeah,
Hey,
brought me
Tommy.
back home safely, but then I
that was it.
never went again.
Yeah, that's a fool. Only
You
the
know what I'm
Lord
saying?
knows. Hey, look, I ain't never had that shot at me.
You know?
Is he coming home? Only the Lord knows. I'd have been
Hey, look.
spooked.
Look, me too.
See,
I wouldn't have went.
But see, this how
I'm
dumb,
fine. You
but
at
this-
the end of the day,
but this-
baby.
But this how dumb I was.
You're speaking curses
And
on me,
this how
baby.
lack of
Yeah.
guidance that I had. That
Yeah.
even though
We've all
it was
been
a
there.
Saturday night and I'm sitting there and I really should be like,
My
with
grandmother
the
did.
family, nigga, right now. Like,
We've all
whoop,
been
whoop.
there.
You know, in fact, I had transitioned. I had a job and everything like that. So I really should have been like, oh, I'm on the other side of the fence, man. Call them other. You
Man,
know, like,
look, yeah,
man,
yeah.
come on, like, in fact, what's wrong with you trying to? You should have said,
That's
man, he
deep.
with his family.
Yeah.
But you called me anyway.
Called me
and
anyway.
I was such an idiot.
You went.
But the Lord had favor over me and made sure that
It was a
once
lesson.
again I came back. But I always had to think about it because I was like,
It was a
man, I'm
lesson.
looking at
Was
little
it a rough
dude.
ride coming back?
I'm looking at little dude, and all I'm thinking about is that how bad it would be for him
if you didn't.
if I never came
If
back.
you wasn't
And
around.
sometimes
Yeah.
we ain't got no options and the shit can happen.
Yeah.
But for me to intentionally go do something
Yeah.
that
Know
could
that
make
it's a
sure that I
potential.
never could come back,
Right, right.
I was like, I got to be better than this.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Now, if the
on.
world ends up, if the
deep.
world would have ended up taking me out, then I just would have been on the world.
Right.
But I would have been on myself. And to make a decision, especially even at the age I was at,
Right.
I couldn't even be like on blaming on no young shit to be able to do some shit that's gonna take you out your family life
Right.
is the greatest, most retarded shit ever.
Retarded.
We
Because
follow that though.
we remember back in
Follow
the
us.
days. Back in the days, and this is our grandfathers, great grandfathers. Remember, these cats had 10, 15. Tommy said, "Hey, she's tuning in."
Hey, Tommy, my favorite kids.
Yeah.
Feel me.
So these OGs had 10, 15, 20 kids.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you I'm gonna break
My
out
best
the,
friends
Can
too,
I break
I
out the
got that.
abacus? I'm gonna break out the abacus with this. You know,
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna break out the old school abacus. My mama gave me an abacus
Right.
when I was in elementary school. I pushed the beads and I learned all my math, So, you know why? Mentally, why we had so many kids back then. I mean, it's hard to do it now, but back then, because if you have one person that have, I'll use 15. Let's use 15 as a number. You got
15
15
kids.
kids.
Mhm.
Right?
Strong workforce.
It's like was it dandelion? Remember the wishing? Remember the plant? It's a weed. We call it.
Yeah.
Society makes you think it's a weed
Right.
when you pick it in
Blow
dandelion
it,
and
yeah,
you
right.
blow it.
Oh yeah, the
They
wishers,
go
the
off,
wish,
yeah,
the
right.
Wish.
yeah, they blow in the
let's
air.
do that.
Society makes you think it's a weed. As kids, we grew up like motherfucker.
Make a wish with this mother.
Mhm.
And what do you do with that wish? It goes everywhere.
Everywhere.
You know all those are seeds.
Plant seeds.
Mm-hmm.
To the world.
Everywhere.
So
One
you-
go
you
do
spread
something. You spreading.
Right.
That's what we did.
Wow, that's deep.
Your seed.
Yeah.
That's deep. I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna find next time I see one of them motherfuckers again. I'm pulling over and grabbing. I'm
It's not a,
grabbing handful of
but
'em.
society will tell you that's a weed. But if you really understood the essence of what that plant is, it's not a weed.
Yeah.
You don't want it in your garden because you want your garden to look nice.
Hey man, look, I didn't have problems.
Fuck it up.
Listen,
Right, but it's
I'm
not
very
weed.
I'm very 420 friendly and affirmative about that because they said that the herb is for the healings of the nation and things like that. And I'm
so.
well read and studied. So I'm going through this, and I had a run-in. I was in a program coming out of jail, and I had to go to this program or else go back to the penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to get a home visit, go get me some pussy on the weekend, and have a drink with my friends and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided Dizzle is going to take the
some trim.
program because they have to get me one after they done caught me with this weed and this money and these pills. So I got to go. So I took the program. I'm getting high. So when I took the program, I'm inside of there and I'm in this program and I'm looking around and I'm watching everything and I'm seeing the men, how they're reacting to manhood. they're attracted to manhood. All kids are. You know who's repelled by it? Your woman, your black woman. Your black woman has been trained to repel
beta males are
manhood.
right.
So when I go to tell my son, hey son, don't do that. You spit on a man, he'll kill you.
Hey, that's one
You
of
don't
the
do
lowest,
that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bust you upside your motherfucking head for doing that.
one of the most
So that you will
disrespectful
always
things you can
remember
do
this.
to
This is the
another
first
person
time
is
that your
spit on.
daddy got it on you about something.
Right.
And then only to have a woman. Don't be touching on my son and backing
You
him up and
know,
everything. You
piss
set him up to
on
get killed.
Setting them up for failure.
You set him up to get killed.
Yeah,
and
right.
and then when you get tired of it, because now he's only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. Now, wait till he's 15. He's gonna be slapping you, calling you a bitch, and running niggas off. And then you're gonna be calling me, talking about come get him. I'm not fucking with him. I don't know who that is.
Right.
I don't know him.
Yeah, you done turned him to somebody else.
Society has turned us as the provider, protector, and men, and that
Disarmed us
True, because
on every level.
It's a cold game.
Section,
They
Section
playing.
8 took us out the household.
That's,
Yeah.
Didn't it? That's what I just said. Section 8 just threw us out the way.
You have,
You don't need
so
us.
many
I hear that.
variables to this equation in the annals of history of us as melanated people, because we're not black. Please stop calling yourself black. If you identify as a color, crayons come in a box.
Yeah.
I keep telling y'all this. As long as you identify as a color in a box, what do they put you in? Box equals death. Box.
Can I,
Go for
I
it.
want to give you something too to add to that, right? You know, have you noticed something about how everything that has a can on it is melanated? American, melanated, Puerto Rican, African, Jamaican. The white man ain't got a can on the end, because what is the can? We've been to the can, right?
Yeah, you know.
Where you been? I just got out the can.
Yeah.
You know what the can is.
And you know what the hell it is.
They put you in the
Like,
can and they
right.
took your land, because at the end of their name is England,
Yeah.
Ireland,
Yeah.
Switzerland,
Maryland.
Greenland. They put land on the end of their shit.
Hey.
They don't want you to have no land.
You
They
ready
want
for
you
this
to.
one?
They want to send you back to the can.
go.
But
ready?
here's our thing:
Go for it.
we have to stand on God's law right now in this day. In this day, we got to arm ourselves, not just with the Bible, like the preacher's saying, but we got to arm ourselves to the tooth
Yeah.
with the Bible, the Word, and the gun
Yeah,
too.
that's
Because
how
today we meet you with the gun. That means that it's gonna have to be fair. This scale gonna even out right now. It's not gonna be tilted like it's been tilted. And when you do the same thing I do 100,000 years and you get probation. That's not gonna happen no
You
more.
get weekends with a fucking wristband.
Man, they
and-
killed my father, man, and they asked me was I cool
and a
with 60
fucking-
days.
You get a fucking summer pass to Waterworld.
They're giving away your guns for Marine World tickets, sir. And here's the thing. Now when it comes down to it and these troops come kicking in your door and they start doing your mother like how that man has been turned out in his mind to do his own people.
Right.
And they set them loose because they letting all of these weirdos out of jail now that they done weirded out in jail.
Wow.
They in jail weirded out. Now they finna let them loose in your community.
They've been controlling them in
Prime
jail. They've been
example.
controlling them in
They
jail.
let
with
them-
They don't
George.
fuck with them in jail. They give them
Wow.
2 seeds like Johnny Appleseed and say if your crop don't come in, they give them a milk carton, some dirt, and 2 seeds.
While we caught up in the twerk fest, the basketball birds of
Baddies of
I ain't
Set your nuts on fire,
You know what I'm saying?
challenge, all that
All
shit.
I'm saying,
These
and
motherfuckers blow
I'm
guns
not-
right now.
Sick with it.
While we caught up in the fashionable ways to get on and was perceived as the only way to get on, because with the decision that the Supreme Court just made, I'm finna go there.
y'all got to
Real
pay
quick.
attention.
I'm gonna give you the whole fillet, the whole salmon fillet, real quick. Cause on getting ready for this 4th of July week, 4th of July is on Tuesday. So you have the 4th of July, which is the celebration of this corporation, but that's some deeper shit. But
Hey, this
they
ain't
they just made a ruling on quote unquote affirmative action because melanated people were finally starting to boot set it best. I got game like I read the directions.
Boots is deep. I like
I
that.
just watched I Am Virgo and I
I
caught
watched it
all
the other
that.
night.
I
It's
just
so
caught
dope.
all
That movie
that.
right
That shit is
there.
dope,
I just
boy.
caught all
Hey,
that.
go watch
But-
that.
But I'm just saying,
That movie. Sick.
what's happening to you in your face is just like a basketball player dunking on you and stepping over you after they dunk on you.
And showing out.
In your face.
Wow.
But we too caught up on this hold on, let me do my air quotes. Celebrity is looking at this other celebrity while his chick there and she throwing the phone at him mad, and who got the best twerk video.
I saw that video.
We own all this asinine bullshit that they feed us that this is the only way to get on.
Yeah.
I can only get on if I
Do something silly.
portray myself as
a silly person.
buffoon and willing to do XYZ against my fellow person who looks like me, sorta,
I get
could be, but this the only way you get on because I can't get on through college because
Well,
they
you ain't
just
gotta do that in
and all
Baywood.
this.
This ain't Hollywood. This Baywood.
they
Get
just-
on here.
They just
Baywood,
repealed the
we got
law.
some integrity.
Some real shit. Yeah.
You know, my point is they just attacked affirmative action.
And
that
that
was
was our
your-
so-called allies to be the face of it.
Well, didn't they just down
and
south
y'all
in
fell for
Mississippi?
it, hook, line, and sinker, the way you niggas usually do.
Well, they just did brought back Jim Crow in Mississippi. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
because
Was you-
Jackson, Mississippi, which is 80% black,
And we
was
still ain't
making
even-
too many moves.
we ain't even talked about the Rashid Carter situation where they hunting niggas down there. The police pull up to a field, take the handcuffs off you, and give you 3 minutes to move. And they got the Proud Boys that chase you into the woods and hunt you.
Ice-T
like a
made
deer.
a movie about this in
Yeah,
the 90s.
yeah, but this is really
Man,
happening.
Game.
He
You know,
was a
surviving
prophet.
the game.
Right. But whoever
But
thought that they really do
But
it?
here's the thing about that.
It's a ritual.
That shit has been happening forever.
So let me explain something to you. You just said something that was very important.
I
You
do.
said that in this corporation in the United States, in this corporation, I beg to differ. It's not a corporation. We're living in an occult. This is an occult, like Jim Jones. Sure, they have economics and different things that a nation would have in it, of course, but they're not operating with the integrity and the morals of a nation that what a nation would enact, or a corporation or a business would. We got ain't no sexual harassment. You got different laws and by this shit is a free for all with them because they're drinking adrenochrome. It's a bunch of stuff that's going on. They're doing rituals with your police officers that's called badge bending.
Hold on. That adrenochrome, y'all need to look it up because that's why there's such an epidemic in every major city, Chicago, Detroit, Washington, D.C., of unprecedented numbers of young black people missing.
Look at how many
But I
impacted
want you to
families.
Google it for yourself. But keep
But-
going, brother.
Okay,
look
so-
at this though. Everybody tripping on the affirmative action case, but ain't nobody tripping on the other case they enacted today, where they told the web designer
Oh yeah,
that she couldn't didn't have to cater. She could refuse gay rights. Gay couples on her marriage website. Okay.
Break it down why that's
but
a
a lot of
problem.
people is like, okay, they
All
gay,
right.
I don't fuck with that shit, whatever.
To your point.
Here's the thing.
Go for it.
They just opened up the floodgates for them to be able to say, man, I don't like the fact that you dating a white girl. I'm not finna fuck with you. I don't like the fact that you black.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna fuck with you.
And
They
let me
just
say
opened
this
up
one
the
thing.
gates.
All right.
That's why, as black people, a lot of people say
as
black people, as melanated people,
Thank you.
we can't fight everybody's fight. But you got to understand something. Just like in Nazi Germany and all that, when they fuck over one group,
It's
and you
all
sitting there
niggas is
grinning like,
included.
oh,
Right.
it ain't me, oh, it couldn't be me. Trust
Eventually
me,
it's you.
that's usually a test run to come after who they really want to come after. Like he just said, if they can now openly say, I ain't fucking with you because you gay, it goes against my belief.
look, here's the
now I
thing.
cannot fuck with you because
I
you
want to
black.
say one more thing
Right.
about this.
Go for it.
In every other Supreme Court case, the shit started somewhere else, right?
Right.
You had a court case going on, and it went up to the Supreme Court, right? Because they couldn't settle it. This bitch
You open.
ain't even funking with nobody.
Right.
She ain't even funking. She
It's-
just brought
I'm
up
using
some
my
what
First
if.
Amendment
There
right
isn't even nobody
to
that said
troll.
I'm
This
gay
is-
and I'm mad. I can't get in.
They just made up a case.
If there is no case. She just said, "Well, what happens?"
This is
if?
a loophole troll
It's a what
situation.
hap-
Is
they
saying
took a what
I'm gonna
happens
use.
if
I'm gonna
case
use
to the Supreme
the
Court. and
the
pass the
laws
law.
Why are we
to
dealing?
show
Can I
you
say something?
that fuck you. That's what this happened.
Why are
and
we
it happened.
dealing with issues that got to deal with preference? I prefer to have sex with a woman. He prefer to have sex with another man.
But somebody shouldn't be
What
able
the
to
fuck I give a
discriminate
fuck?
against you
No.
or
Listen,
that
listen,
motherfucker.
listen what I'm saying though.
Period.
Listen what I'm saying. They had a right to refuse service to anybody. Niggas been getting refused service all the time. They wasn't saying nothing about it then. It been gay people all of the time. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Okay, nobody said nothing about
They're
it
trying to
then.
establish a precedent.
No, they're
but so
trying
if they
to
come
establish
fuck
a
with us-
stronghold. Listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Anytime I can go and I can teach this inside of the school, but I can't teach the history of your people but I can teach about how to put fucking Kotex in a men's bathroom. For what?
Yeah, that's insane.
We don't
right
bleed.
there.
So
Let's
listen.
That's
So
wild
listen.
shit.
Now your son is coming home switching. You're not gonna. This is how they're killing. This is how they're killing the race. They know that you are a progenerator. That's what we are, guys.
This is all.
We're progenerator. We came here to do what God sent us to do, to go forth and be plentiful.
Right.
We are being neglected and being plentiful because we got miseducation to our women.
Here's the thing.
Our women have been miseducated
Yes.
because they allowed them. Who's more successful in school, black men or black women?
Usually the women.
Usually the black women go get the degrees and the knowledge and things like that. Usually black men are doing barbering. They trying to get in the street, get it how they live.
Right.
However they trying to do it. Because there's not too many doors open for you because they're scared of you, God. God body, they scared of you.
But they
They're
look down
afraid of
on
you.
us. But many of us,
No, they
are
don't look
trying-
down on
but
you.
many of us
They
are
wanna
trying to
beat
get
you.
it so she can go to school.
Why you think a group of white boys call each other the N-word all the time and they try to, because they want to be you.
Amen.
They want to be you
the end
because
of the
they
day-
know who you are. They know that you see. He need money to go get a
What you-
prostitute.
What you need to
You
understand.
don't need money. You have a mouthpiece. You speak things into existence like your father did.
Right.
So why would you try to speak against something that your father is speaking? Is saying that this is prohibited. This right here, that what they're doing is what is called an abomination to me. And if you ride with that, that's just like you saying, yeah, you got a coach. The coach is getting you drunk and hanging out with you, telling you, fuck what your father talk about. He don't
crazy,
care about you.
crazy
And
crap.
it's just that and the other. This is the devil that's acting.
Right.
And we got to stop looking at it like it ain't.
The devil is. Hell is basically lower consciousness. Heaven is higher consciousness.
Third
Let's
eye.
keep it a buck. But what all this stuff really has to do with is the minusing, because life is math. Once again, I'm gonna give you the raw shit.
Parity and
Life is
disparities.
math.
Life is math.
There's a subtraction going on of a certain demographic of the population, and to grasp at straws on everything, they have to try to go retro with the things that and I'm not saying they're not in power now, because I'm not even going to give them the word of power. They are the puppet masters of a lot of things that a lot of y'all hold dear to yourselves.
Right.
Once you stop, when something becomes unimportant to you completely, it doesn't matter.
We don't know the truth. The truth
Right.
is that we have authority over all creation on this planet given to us in a will.
Right.
A will from our Father. The will of God has been sent up to all of us
As
to have
long-
dominion and to name things.
As
Can you
But
long-
go
so
back
far,
to-
all white folks have
Can you
done
go
is
back
name
to that
things.
point you was making
White
about
folks have
lower
created
vibration?
lower
the
vibration,
lane
heaven
that
and
you
hell.
can go down.
Yeah.
Or you can't be an attorney because you black. Like
You're-
they told Malcolm.
you're told-
you can be a
Right,
good
right.
such and such and such and such.
Right.
You can't determine that. I determine your existence. You got medicine from my ancestors.
Yes.
You got writing from my ancestors. So here it is that I now want to teach my son
Right.
and my family and my fellow brother the real truth. Now you have a problem with me because I'm a truth sayer. I say the truth. And the truth is that, listen, the only solution is revolution, brother. That's Huey P. Newton had it,
Yeah, that's
to
what he
the
said.
tilt.
Freedom of speech.
The only solution is revolution. Until we are able to stand up for ourselves, we can't depend on no third world country or some people in another state to
okay.
come stand with
I'm
us.
gonna touch on that real quick. The term you just used, third world country, because I was sitting back with myself, and my thoughts.
Impoverished
Ah,
country.
on the term third world country. That in itself is indicative of divisive measures, and we've swallowed.
Well, that's
a
why
lot.
people
Listen
use
to me.
black.
Well, like I said, we've ingested shit that's we shouldn't ingest.
Right.
Calling something a third world country when we only live on one world. Where the fuck is the third world?
Right.
Follow me. You'll get this at 3 in the morning, but I'm gonna give you this shit right now. This is gumbo hot sauce. I'm cooking. We identify, because that's that elitism, egoism of lesser than.
Right.
We call places third world countries, underdeveloped, this and whatever. Third world. Think about it. You got the sun, moon, Mars, Earth. Earth is third rock from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they call it third world country? If the underprivileged, impoverished people, we're calling them third world countries, what are they? Original inhabitants.
Listen, this is where the work.
You follow me?
Where all these people are is where the work is going on. Where all the,
But we're
anything
calling
they say
them-
is impoverished
listen,
or the ghetto.
We're calling them third world.
It's where the work is going on at.
Right. But
It's
we're
what we're
calling them,
doing.
that's all I'm saying. I'm
And
attacking
if
the
you want to be
term.
biblical, right?
I don't do
The
that.
first gentrification
I don't-
was
I don't
when
follow the book
when they
that
said,
some
"Oh yeah,
dude
we freed
wrote.
this." Moses freed them and they walked out of Egypt and free people. No, they built pyramids and it was beautiful over there. They built for themselves and they re-gentrified. They said, "Oh, look at what all of these black folks can build, or these Egyptians have built. Oh, this is beautiful.
more-
I'm gonna go live in that now. You guys got to go somewhere else. You guys got to move to
You guys
Antioch."
know?
And
there-
a note on that is the people who are currently in Egypt and claiming to be Egyptians
Are
are
not
not,
the
Are not
the ones.
Egyptians.
They're not.
There are
And they're
more
Africans.
There are more
They're
pyramids and sculptures in North and South America than there are in Africa.
What?
Listen, same.
Okay, he about to give y'all some
Yeah,
game now.
Same
Come
people.
on, say that
Again,
game.
same people.
There's
Puerto Ricans,
I know,
Mexicans,
there's-
Dominicans,
there's
anything with a
more-
can, they the same people.
there's
All
more
through South
sculptures,
America.
There's
All
more
through South America.
sculptures,
Africans.
It's pyramid.
mounds, and pyramids over here than there are over there.
And you know where else there's
Big
pyramids?
Moors, to be correct.
Okinawa, in Japan.
Yeah,
there too.
all over. There's some in China. There's pyramids everywhere.
Remember I said
Everything
earlier,
starts from one solid.
they
You
gave
have
us
a
dominion over everything on the earth and allowed us to name it. So we
That's-
are
that-
from everywhere. If you look up black nobility,
Alpha
you're
and
going to
Omega.
find out that Ireland, England, and Britain
Scotland and stuff.
and Scotland
yes.
were ruled by a black man, King James, and his son,
crazy.
another black man, King Charles. This is black nobility. King, Queen,
Stop
Mary,
calling
and
them black.
Scots, all
Calling them
black
black.
people. But we don't know that because they don't teach that in school. They teach dick and pussy in school with these kids.
Well, they don't
And
have any
it's
incentive to teach
unacceptable.
us
It's
that
unacceptable
we
because if you had
loyal.
another person that didn't have a teaching credential talking like this with your child, you're gonna beat them to death because it's grooming for child molestation. So they're grooming your children in schools for, guess what they're trying to do now? Take your kids so that they can have your kids in this human trafficking thing, the child sex trafficking rings that they got going on.
For real.
They don't want you to know about it, but it's out there. Look at how people and I tripped off on
Don't
this.
they got a movie coming out about that?
Man, it's happening.
They have several movies about
Like
it.
next-
And
And
you talk
that's
about about the LGBTQ, right? You would like to know
Little
that.
fool with the alphabet.
You would like to know. You would like
Hey,
to
Renee.
know that every time that when your black man dies, you know they cut your private off, right?
Yeah.
Before they put you in that box, right?
There's
What
because
do you think that they do with that?
Sew it on themselves.
Come on, man. They got zipper dicks and all the shit going on, man. And hey, look,
Jesus Christ.
I'm just keeping it solid with the
Well, them
world.
people sick as fuck.
you gotta understand the fascination of the world with the melanated being.
Jim Jones started out as a nice man.
Think
about it.
In San Francisco.
Come on, man.
Jim Jones was a motherfucker, boy.
Hey,
Jim Jones was sick with it. Tell you that right now.
I don't drink Kool-Aid.
Hey, but look at here. If it wasn't Kool-Aid, it'd have been heroin.
Jim Jones
Or it'd
was
have
sick with
been
it.
these psychotropic
But
medications. that
everything
the
is
young people get high
Kool-Aid
on right now.
metaphorically.
Well,
Jim
you
Jones
got
was mania.
I gotta get moving.
so
Yeah, we finna end it.
so let me go into this right about
Touch
you.
into your event and
So we got the event coming up in Arcata, California. You know what I'm saying? It's the Bay Laws preview for the Bay Laws the motion picture, as well as a show afterwards. Go ahead and tell them what show
We got a Bay Laws premiere. We're gonna do the premiere with a Q&A, and then after that, we're doing a concert with a meet and greet and VIP where you can buy the materials and the merchandise and engage with all the actors and the performers. It's gonna be a live night, man. It's a ride, but it's worth it, man. It's gonna be real nice.
420 friendly.
Yep. August 12th.
August
We got
12th.
Arcade Theater.
We got with the that's doing the promo shit.
Oh, you got Two Tank doing the promotions.
Let's go.
Feel me?
Shout
Two
out.
Tank. You know, we got thanks to Omar and Glenn, they pulling up. We're gonna have the whole cast there, you feel me? We got Pharaoh, ultimate.
Oh, I'm definitely being in the building.
Ultimate
Big Pharaoh gonna be in the
filmmaker. Look,
building
this
too.
the filmmaker. I make films, but he the filmmaker, man.
Ah.
We got
Pharaoh gonna be in
we
building.
got the Sauce team gonna be
You only want
performing.
more away
We
from
got
me.
Lil Tilly gonna
Long
be
as I stay-
performing.
long as I
We got
watch you, I'll be
TBS,
alright.
the boy Sheik dropping that LBS, that loyalty
Yep.
before
We got
loyalty
Nashi
before
Alexander in the
success.
building. We got Stanka in the building. We
Stank
got-
off top.
Yeah, we got a lot of people gonna be in there. Everybody on the soundtrack.
Hey, it's
gonna
my
be in
boy
there.
Michael Gerard gonna be in the building.
Yeah, gonna be in the building.
Michael
All right.
Gerard, you can't forget about him, man.
Hey, we
Can't
made
forget
Michael
Jayla
Gerard a
Page. Can't
gangster
forget
in this
about
movie.
Jayla Page on there.
Oh yeah, you can't forget about that. Jayla Page, man. She
Unique
Oh,
Marie,
Jayla- oh, I know.
Derek Crow.
Derek Crow.
Anybody we forgot?
Derek Crow was in my sister's keep.
and listen, and if you guys never got a chance to meet a very terrific guy, stand up man, real good dude, Jeff LaPerry is starring in this movie as well. He
R.I.P.
played
Jeff.
Fire.
Man.
R.I.P. to Fire, man. R.I.P. to Jeff
R.I.P. to
LaPerry.
Jeff, man.
Respect.
R.I.P. to
Rest in peace.
to the one who had the hair salon.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. to Alicia
For
Moulton,
giving
my
us-
sister.
man.
She gave us some. She let us
Respect.
come
Yeah.
film inside of her establishment. You know, we came in and she kept the doors open for us.
That's
You know,
what's
she kept us right, kept us lubricated and with libation and,
Right.
and fed, and we was right.
Right, we was right. Ready to go.
So we
Set up.
want to send a shout out to her and to the family.
Right.
Okay,
Shout out
that's
to
what's
everybody.
up. So before we head up out of here, once again, tell everybody where they can find y'all on social media.
FreeJack_music, FreeJack1300, and you can also go to www.baylaws.com. It's the website. You can go in there and find everything you need.
So if you want to hit me on email, you can hit me at dizzlevision70@yahoo.com. You can find me on Facebook under David D. Harrison, or you can find me on Instagram under SOG Success.
That's what's up.
Cognac
Yo, and it's the
Confessions,
kid
baby.
Camouflage Real. You can find me on Instagram, KAMMAFLAGE. And I just got my Twitter account back up, Flage_DJack. For sure, man. Y'all tap in. We had a great show, man. I can't wait to watch this again.
This was
Pig.
dope.
Man, you can find me everywhere across the board at Pharaoh Films, man. You know,
Yeah.
Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all that good shit. And I am active.
You heard
Talk
that?
in
And a hell of an
back.
actor
You heard
and director and producer too as well.
Not a
as that.
game. We are not a game over here, man. We are the black on black business.
And anybody who want to know, come to Baywood. We got a whole
it out.
little chain of events that can happen for you up out here. The Bay ain't just known for you come down here and get baptized in this Bay water.
Yeah, so I want to wish you all continued success and blessings in all your endeavors. I'm gonna definitely try to get there. I know we got some filming next month too, and
Yeah.
August. I got some few. I'm gonna try to make it. I can't commit to definitely coming, but I'm supporting y'all in spirit, and I'm definitely
you
gonna
miss
share.
out. You better come.
I'm
Hey,
trying,
jump in,
but I
jump
got
on with us. You can jump
I
in
got
with
some
us.
commitments.
You can
I
jump
got,
in
I'm
with
saying, I
us.
got some commitments and some shit coming on because I got youngest going to college and I got
Yeah,
movie
yeah, we
shit
gotta
we
take
doing.
care of that,
I got
yeah.
a bunch
We
of
talk about
things
the
going.
kids first.
But I'm definitely supporting. We'll be sharing all information y'all seeing on the pages. Y'all know me. I'm Deshaun. I'm probably your chick's favorite dude that she don't tell you about. You know what I'm saying? Hey, break glass in case of emergency, dick. I mean, no, I'm just joking.
Hey, look. I know wonder my bro.
I'm just playing. No, but for real though, I'm just talking shit. But hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You could be doing anything in the world on this day, but you chose to fuck with us, and I appreciate you humbly. Hey, once y'all start tuning in on YouTube, get them views up so we can get some dough in. I mean, we got money, but I mean, ain't nothing like more money.
Ain't nothing like getting that
You know what I'm
Patreon
saying?
account. You understand
You
me?
know
When
what I'm
they
saying,
can't
but-
silence you.
I want to shout
say
out and
something
thank
that's colorful.
everybody who tuned in tonight. Renee, and
Everybody.
always my little brother Doug, SK. Hey, SK, bruh, I'm gonna hit you. Cause SK, we trying to get SK on. We already Tommy,
Shout out.
Pharaoh's favorite kid.
Hey,
Tommy,
Tom.
Tommy.
Everybody,
Come on
Tavari, Cliff, Slim, Tasha Dixon. I'm just scrolling through and looking at names.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You can be anywhere, like I said, you can be anywhere, but y'all tuned in with us, and I appreciate you humbly, wholeheartedly. And if you ain't here, you ain't here, but get here when you can be here, because the train comes, but it does leave. And you can be on the right track, but you get ran over by the train if you don't move.
Yeah.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. Hey, catch y'all next week, man. Hey, matter of fact, remember, this is 4th of July weekend. Y'all be safe, because they'll fuck off your weekend as holiday.
They'll fuck off your whole week because you ain't
According
coming out
to them.
till Wednesday.
Be safe.